Parents, what's happening? We are talking about the car ride home on day 6 of the Say Nothing Challenge. First off, this challenge has been unreal so far. The first 5 days, parents have been emailing in, sending messages saying, I never thought about this. I stopped doing this with my kid, and as a result, they've actually thanked me, like, to my face. There's been so many breakthroughs that I hope this challenge, the spirit of this challenge, continues long after this 14 days is done. But anyway, let's talk about one of my favorite topics, the car ride home. I started teaching parents about this concept 3 or 4 years ago because they would come to me and be like, Andrew, the car ride home, especially if the game is a bad game, is awkward. Like, I don't know what to say. Is awkward silence okay? Like, should I give them advice after the game? Should I let them talk about the game and kind of fuel the conversation by talking with them about it? Like, what do I do as the leader, as the parent? Here are my just a couple tips for advice. Number 1, a 15-minute rule. After the game, teach your kid we don't talk about the game or anything about it for at least 15 minutes afterwards. This builds a really good habit that they will use down the road for, what do you think? For work. After work, we all know we shouldn't come home and talk about our work woes. And our spouse probably doesn't want to hear all about the good things that happen throughout the workday either. We need to connect with our family, connect with them on stuff outside of just sports or work. So that's my first one, is the 15-minute rule. The second one is, I would recommend, if the game was a bad game, the last thing that you do is speak first. Let them talk. And here we go. Proactive sports parenting would be, prior to a bad game ever happening, you let them know, hey, car ride homes can get a little bit awkward. I've learned this. If you want to talk about anything, let me know. And if you want my advice, let me know. If you just want to vent, let me know. But just so you know, after games, the car ride home, I'm not going to bring anything up. I'd rather talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, but let's not talk about sports unless you really need my advice and feedback on things. That's what we call an open line of communication, so that the car ride home is less awkward. Lastly, I would say if it's a really great game and your kid is pumped up and excited, give them that, I love watching you play speech. Don't say, I'm so proud of you because you did well, because you scored 3 goals. Here's the thing. You don't want your kid to see that you're happier with their performance if they perform better. That's the last thing you want. Because going back to the other day, that's not unconditional love and support. Your kid craves unconditional love and support, which goes both ways. If they perform poorly, they don't want you to be all down on them. That doesn't feel good. But if they perform really well, getting all excited and jacked up and like way up here doesn't work well either. One of the things we teach our athletes is to act medium. Acting medium means you're here. You never let your emotions get all out of whack. Of course, celebrating is a good thing, but you never also let yourself get down here. You stay right in the middle. So try to act medium after a game on the way home. And of course, be you, be yourself. And communication is really the key. So day 6, wrapping it up. See you guys tomorrow for day 7. Almost halfway there.